You might want to pay attention and listen. Binance are openly endorsing a project, a real-world assets altcoin on their X, Twitter. Here is why. And if you're holding XRP, you're going to want to know about this project who recently partnered, guys, with Apple. And there are now rumors building on iOS. And Blackrock is heavily invested into XRP, this XRP ecosystem. As you can see here on the XRP ledger, the XRPL blockchain, this is the XRP and Ripple ecosystem. They are connected to this project, which is Epic Chain, because Larry from Blackrock, he's going balls deep into real world assets, or RWA, the biggest asset manager on the planet, right? He publicly confirmed plans to move over 2 trillion of real world assets into RWA projects. It's crazy because, as I said, Blackrock is building directly on XRP Ledger's blockchain. So this is what's known as the XRP backed revolution. Especially you guys who love XRP, you're going to be incredibly bullish on this. By the way, the link to this project, which is Epic Chain, is in the video description. As always, you can find out all the information about the coin and the chart. And remember, nothing on this video is financial advice, so do your own research and due diligence. I am not a financial advisor, guys. On this channel, we just give to you the best opportunities early every single day here, so subscribe and turn on the bell notifications for all the latest in the altcoin market and opportunities. Furthermore, Epic Chain chart is right at the bottom down here. Look at this, at potentially and possibly a very good buying opportunity, because this is now $23 million market cap, right, guys? The whole crypto market had a dip and every single altcoin dipped. But now, any moment, the market is due for a bounce, and this could bounce back up here. If it goes back to all-time high, that's 330% pump. So this is a 330% profit trade from here. Okay, so watch this chart closely. Again, this is on the Ethereum blockchain, and this is Epic, a real-world assets low-cap token. Again, the market cap is only $23 million. And if this coin, makes its way back up to this range and then breaks out, you never know, we could see a massive explosion from this, creating new all-time highs, guys, in altcoin season as well. So we have got all that coming up. Binance just posted about this on X. As you can see here, they have tagged Epic Chain on the Binance official Binance Academy X page, right? It says, what makes Epic Chain stand out from other layer 1 blockchains, guys? Learn how it combines high performance with real world usability. Eligible new Binance users can earn and get involved, completing the quiz at the end, and claim the Epic airdrop here. So Binance are helping to promote this real world assets ecosystem. They probably see this as one of the strongest plays in the real world assets sector, as you guys know how big Binance is. So they're educating users on this. Again, guys, we gave you this Epic Chain early. You can go back on my channel and check it out. We can see here institutional investment shows crypto rank and Ripple visuals here on this page. If you delve deeper into crypto rank, you can see literally that Ripple, the company behind XRP here, invested 20 million directly, okay, into Epic Chain. You can come down here, you can see all of their backers, and there we go. We can see down here, Ripple is right here on this list, along with Polygon Studios, Connected Capital, Morningstar Ventures, Black Edge Capital, the Algorand Foundation, and many more. That was in this raise here when they raised $20 million, okay, the seed round. You can get the latest, hottest, newest, up-to-date data on crypto rank about different coins and projects here. So remember, that does make Epic the only real-world asset project that Ripple has themselves backed. It is madness, and it gets even crazier than that. We have Apple, guys. Apple. So on the official Epic Twitter, it says this. They did tweet this out the other week, last week, right? So Epic is now a part of the Apple Developer Program, marking a new chapter in digital finance innovation. So Apple powers over 1.5 billion active devices worldwide, giving Epic direct access to one of the largest, of course, consumer ecosystems on the planet. With a focus on payments, liquidity, and seamless user experience, Epic is building the next wave of financial applications designed for scale and built for everyday use. Incredibly bullish announcement right here for that. And yeah, so we've checked out that chart for Epic, the update for that. Remember, the ticker symbol is EPIC. You can find information below on here. Furthermore, guys, check this out. So Epic has 13 hours ago posted this. This is pretty crazy announcement as well. Epic is initiating a major Epic buyback phase to accelerate the next chapter of growth across the ecosystem. So $1.25 million is allocated for buybacks here, executed over a focused campaign window. Momentum across Epic has been expanding rapidly. New product verticals, global user acquisition, and the foundation of a consumer-driven real-world asset economy being built in real time. So this buyback phase strengthens liquidity, amplifies the ecosystem incentives, and reinforces long-term alignment for Epic holders as the platform scales. into its next cycle of expansion. So basically, if you're not familiar with what buybacks are in cryptocurrency, it is, you've got the token holders for Epic, right? The holders of this project. Every time, if they do a buyback, any project does a buyback of their own token. In this case, they're putting $1.25 million into this buyback. They're allocating 1.25 of liquidity back into the token, into the project, which basically benefits all of the token holders because it adds a further $1.2 million of dollars of liquidity back into the token. This basically increases the tokens, not only the token's liquidity, but the token's price, which benefits, of course, guys, all holders, right? Because it increases the value of the token for everyone who's currently holding the token. Now, so that's pretty good. And of course, projects that do that show they have generated some kind of revenue, or else where the money must be coming from somewhere. So they're using that. So that's proof that they have generated a certain amount of revenue and that they can give that back to the community, right? So that's always a good bullish thing to see. That plus revenue generation these days on projects is fantastic. We also have this down here. Epic just crossed 10,000 signups in 7 days for the new XRP cashback card. This was earlier in October. I think we covered this, but yeah, check this one out as well. Really interesting and exciting announcement about that for the Epic card. 10,000 signups so far. So a lot of people are rumoring about this Apple developer program announcement that it has the potential for Apple and XRP integration through Epic's technology. So Apple could be working, or this could lead to Apple and XRP working together, which would just be even more bullish. So Epic would be the first project ever to actually achieve that and make that happen. Now, finally, back here to the juicy Epic chart. If the correct drawing to it, if it will let me grab the correct drawing pin here. So here we are. So this is how it works, guys. Everyone's panicking and lost their marbles because this is down, but every single altcoin in the crypto market is currently down because the entire market had a market-wide correction. So here we are at $23 million market cap. As I said, it's even lower market cap now. So the smartest people, they buy when it's low, right? They don't buy up here. Like smart traders are not buying when it's high. So you have to ask yourself, are you going to be buying and taking a risk when it's low? Now remember, nothing is a guarantee. This thing can go lower and you can lose all your money. But the chances of this going higher and making that 330% back up to all-time highs, as we said before, and perhaps further and doing another 10x, that would take this market cap to $230 million. That is not, far-fetched for a top real-world asset coin with this much potential. Again, backed by the XRP ecosystem and everything. So yeah, the market cap, they just announced the 1.25 million buyback as well. So imagine that coming in over the next 30 days. The last time they did a $1 million buyback, the price ran from $1.80 to $2.60. So that was up here. Look, we were around $1.80. Okay, so around here. And then it ran to $2.60. In fact, over that, as you can see, it went all the way up to around $3. And furthermore, it did extend and go to $3.3 in total. The early buyers of Epic earlier on in this actually made gigantic profits when they bought down at the low range, which we are at now. But buying at the current range where the price currently is what made those holders, gain a massive 3 to 4 to even 5x on this. I remember we talked about it when the price was down here. So we first gave it to you on this on the channel. So, and when they did that buyback, that was over 10x their current liquidity pool being burned in buybacks. Remember, their liquidity pool is only 205k now. So imagine 1.2 million of liquidity coming into that is going to pump this to Mars potentially. Anyway, you've been warned early and in advance. You don't see that very often in the real world asset space, right? Other real world asset altcoins pumping their own token again and again and again. So this is an early warning. Solana has over 4 million tokens. Ethereum has 1.6 million, but XRP has only one token tied to its ecosystem, and that is Epic. You can check the contract address down again also in the comments of this video, guys. Thanks for checking out this video. We bring to you guys the best news and updates in the industry every day, guys, and we will see you all on the next videos right here on the channel.